Hi, this is Jack from Alpha Charts with a stocks to watch video. Today is December 5th, 2021. Before we get started, this video is for informational purposes only. These are not recommendations to buy, sell, or hold any stock or security, and I may hold positions in some of the equities mentioned. Know your time frame and risk tolerance. Also, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really does help me and keeps me making these videos basically. So again, all your subscribes really do mean a lot. Thank you. And one more quick announcement. If you haven't seen the Trader Lion swing trading masterclass with Oliver Kell, it is absolutely fantastic. Just so you know, I don't get anything from this, but I've been going through this course and it is it's really excellent. So if it's something that you're looking for, check out Trader Lion on there's Twitter. Also you go to traderlion.com. And you can look at the swing trading masterclass. Again, it's just something I'm sharing with you guys. I don't make anything, from that or nothing, but it's excellent. So there's that. All right, let's get into Qs. It's pretty ugly out there, right? So it's we're retesting this breakout right here. Some buyers showed up, extended from these moving averages. There's your 50-day right here. I put that in there because I think that was relevant. And so, yeah, we could see a bounce early into next week into these moving averages, but this is a guilty market until proven innocent, right? This market is absolutely guilty until we can see these short-term moving averages start to flatten out and move higher. And of course, 58 is already moving higher, so that's positive there. But again, not something that I'm interested in. This is going to be a relative strength video, just so you see how bad things are. Percent of stocks below the 50-day, or actually above the 50-day is 25%, right? So 75% of stocks are below the 50-day. So it's pretty nasty out there in stock land. So at this point, all we can do is look at for relative strength, watch the market. A lot of these, you have to be careful because correlation down markets tends to go to 1. I found 14 names though, 14 names that were looking pretty darn good, and so I'm going to share them with you today. First one, and there's 3 groups. It's basically healthcare, a little bit of tech, and some mostly consumer discretionary miscellaneous type stuff. But here is Pfizer in the healthcare section. There's 5 of these guys, and Pfizer, they make one of the vaccines, obviously, and they've been, it's all-time highs. And really what I'm watching for is this area here. It's got a little flag going, good volume coming in. As it's starting to make out this flag, you're seeing a little decrease of volume. It's kind of nice. So Pfizer can break out, and not even break out, man. You may say at this point, as long as it doesn't just stays above, this greenish support area, that may be good enough. It's not really symmetrical here. It's a little more straight up. So it makes me a little more concerned with this particular one, again, because it's just not symmetrical. But with all that being said, it looks pretty good. And again, we have a place to manage risk against. ABBV, ABBV. This is ABBV, I believe, drug manufacturer, and I think they do testing strips and stuff like that. Anyway, this is an area right now, it hasn't broken out yet, but it is consolidating very nicely under this 122-ish area. It's at 118 right now, and it will zoom into this area, and so it looks pretty good. It's got really tight in here, starting to move higher. I think if we could get it to 122, it's a place to manage risk against from a pretty big base. So it looks pretty good. BNTX, this was one from last week too. Kind of pulled back a little bit last week, but it's still holding above its moving averages, kind of letting them catch up. And so, if it could break out above 388, I think that's a place again to manage risk against. Maybe it goes up to 462, it tests these all-time highs. I don't know. But I like how it's, again, the rest of the market's pulling back, and this one is trying to make a breakout come up here, hopefully. Next up is QDEL. There's QDEL, and again, it's got this bottoming action, again, trying to move higher. Moving averages are all moving higher, except for the 50-day. If you notice that, that's kind of got this weird little flattish look to it. But if it could break out, that would change probably. So a breakout above here would look good. Again, a potential setup. Don't know if it'll pan out or not, but that's QDEL. And DGX. This is Quest Diagnostics. Again, my last of the healthcare bunch. And you know, it's just got to get higher in this area, right? So a lot of these haven't broken out yet. They're just setups. If it gets above 160, then we can manage risk against that level and everything looks pretty good. Right, again, a very kind of similar pattern to the other ones also. All right, so I have 4 tech names. DELL, you know, DELL all-time highs. That's pretty good. You kind of broke out of this area right here. You know, I could probably put, you know, something like that. Right, and now it's trying to break out of this area here. So it looks good, right? It's at all-time highs. It's a place to manage risk against. Is it extended? You know, maybe it needs these moving averages to catch up a little bit. So maybe it needs to chop around or come back and retest. I don't know, but it's had some, you know, 2 decent days for a down market. It looks like people are buying it, so not bad. DELL, STX. This is Seagate Technologies. Again, place to manage risk against, you know, somewhere in here probably. You know, could even probably go all the way up to here. So it's right there. It's got a nice little uptrend to it. All of its moving averages are moving higher, near all-time highs. That looks pretty good. That's Seagate Technologies, STX. NXPI is a semiconductor. You know, had a deep pullback, and now it's starting to turn around and trying to break out, you know, above 229-ish. That looks pretty good there. You know, semiconductors have been holding up reasonably well in this market, as you can see. So NXPI is a decent one. Again, moving higher above all its moving averages. Looks pretty good. ROK, Rockwell Automation. Yeah, near all-time highs in this 345 level. You know, I just manage this one the way I would manage any other one because it's a nice uptrend. You know, I would use a 23-day here as it's trying to consolidate and move above, you know, we'll call that area. It's got a little double bottom-ish looking consolidation period here. Whatever, all moving averages are moving higher. If this can break above, you know, 347, I think that, and we just, you know, I would use the 23-day and let that, you know, be my stop. Nice accumulation coming in too. That was Rockwell Automation. All right, and then there's this mostly the last bit, 5 more. Consumer discretionary / miscellaneous-ish. Procter Gamble, all-time highs, looks really good. You know, it's not gonna be your fastest mover, but if you have to be someplace in the market, you might as well be here. You know, it's going to pay you a dividend, and you know, and again, we can manage risk against this area. So that looks pretty good. Dollar Tree, which is now $1.25 tree from what I'm told. You know, I guess that's what all this big move is, right? I mean, you just, you know, raise your prices by 25%, then you're going to find a whole bunch of money, aren't you? And it looks like you were rewarded for that with your stock price, and it's moving much higher, right? And so it moved higher here, kind of came back with the market, kind of maybe trying to make a little rounded bottom here, like the 23-day and even the 50-day catch up a little bit. But this one looks real strong. This DLTR, JXN, Jackson Financial, new IPO. It's my only relatively new IPO on this list today, but it looks really strong. Yeah, I'm not even sure what they do in particular, but you know, it kind of held this area. That looks kind of important right there. So retested, held it, moved higher. So I think it's a pretty decent risk reward. Again, I'd probably use, you know, the 23-day now as my guide. WSC. Here is, yeah, so it got moved higher, kind of consolidating in this area, showing some strength recently. So yeah, it looks pretty good. You know, if I was going to play this one, you know, breaking that downtrend line right there is how I would do it, right? So if it gets above basically 39, right, if it continues to move higher, that's how I would play it. And you see the 23-day has been very important. It violated just a little bit over here, but rebounded immediately. So that 23-day is a great place to manage risk against. And our last one is AOS. Again, big move higher, sideways consolidation, holding up nicely. And this consolidation, you're seeing a decrease in volume, and everything's looking pretty good. So again, I would probably use a downtrend line, that maybe, to manage risk against, and the 23-day. So I think it's actual even now. Again, using the 23-day as your stop, in case it goes against you. All right, so that's what I have for you today. Only 14 names. Market is pretty rough right now. I think I'm all cash right now. I actually have a short on. I've shorted Walgreens, which went against me a little bit on Friday, quite a bit on Friday. I'm still in the green on this particular option trade. I don't play options very often, but I do own puts here for I think July dating. We'll see if this turns back over. That'd be in my favor. If it continues up, it's not. Obviously, healthcare right now is kind of in vogue. So we'll see if that continues. If it does, it may go against me. But yeah, I'm basically all cash right now. And because the market just looks rough, RSP is rough, equal weight Qs rough. I'm expecting some type of rally into the moving averages and then a turnover. That's my expectation. As far as what happens here, I don't know. Is this a head and shoulders top on the equal weight Qs? Maybe, maybe not. It'd have to really break, in my opinion, $81 for that to confirm. So right now it's just a consolidation. That's pretty nasty. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, hope you guys got something out of this. Good luck this week. Stay on top of your stops. Don't get hurt too much. Cash is king right now. Take care.